What's up, everybody? I am the Dude Without Fear. Thank you so much for tuning in to this video. So I am sitting inside of my booth inside of Tag Team Toys and Collectibles. I of course sell on withoutfearcomics.com. That's my main source of selling comic books, but honestly this is 50%, if not more of it. I do a lot of sales in this booth, and I am very thankful to have this booth, because one of the benefits of having a physical location that people can come into is they bring you awesome stuff. And man, do I have a box full of awesome stuff that I want to show you. I've been super busy doing this stuff, and that's part of the reason that I haven't made a video in quite a while. But I was texting my friend pictures of some of these action figures that came in the door, and he was like, dude, you should make a YouTube video about this. And I was like, you know what, let's give the people what they want. So I love this collection that I picked up. I was an American male child in the 1990s growing up, and if you were too, then chances are you either played with this stuff or wanted to be playing with this stuff, because these are some of the coolest action figures from my childhood, and I still collect them to this day. And it's super hard being a collector getting awesome stuff like this, because you want to keep all of it, and you can't keep all of it. You have to sell it to be able to buy more stuff and pay bills and, you know, live. But this collection that came in the door, this is stuff that, like, to me, this is top tier A-list stuff. It might not be to you, but for what I love and for what I collect, this is like the stuff. And so, you know, if I go chase this stuff down, like on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or, you know, wherever, the people, it's very hard to get this stuff, especially in large quantities for an affordable price. But having a physical location where people bring you things, it is amazing what just comes in the door. So enough jib-jabbing, let's get to the point and show you what came through the door. Alright, I'm going to show these in order of coolness, according to my own personal opinion. That's obviously subjective. But first up, we got X-Men Generation X series of figures. And here's Banshee. Skin with growing fingers, which is pretty wild. We got Marrow. And Emma Frost, the White Queen. And I think these figures are awesome, but I've never seen any of these in person. We got some figures from the Ghost Rider line, which this is Blaze. They all come with a mini comic book in there. That's pretty cool. And it says it includes flame glow details. So this looks like this blast out of the gun glows in the dark, which is pretty awesome if that's true. Here is Ghost Rider 2, which you can either be the guy or Ghost Rider, the top that goes over the top. His head's interchangeable, and it looks like the head and the chain glows in the dark, which we will test that out, because if that's true, that's really freaking awesome. Speaking of really freaking awesome, look at this figure. Ghost Rider with glow-in-the-dark features. Man, I am so tempted to keep this. It is not even funny. And let's go see if it glows in the dark. And if it does, I don't know what I'll do. Alright, I'm in the bathroom at Tag Team. I'm going to test out, see if this figure does actually glow in the dark. And if it does, it's going to be the coolest figure of all time. Let's charge it up real quick. Make sure, give it a chance to blow our minds. All right, I got to hit the light, and then we'll see. All right, ready? So we're going to see it together. Ready? 1, 2. Oh my gosh, that is awesome. Oh, that's so cool. That is so cool. Dang it, that's awesome. Next up we have Legends of the Batman toy line. This is the Riddler. I had this figure as a child, and it's not exactly a good figure as far as like sculpt, because his knees are permanently bent like that, and it's just kind of weird. He's in the position of the trading card that's in it, but because I love the Riddler so much as a kid, I love this figure. This is Future Batman, another one I had as a child. I love this figure so much. It's very cool. This Legends of Batman line had a lot of cool Batman figures that were different. And Future Batman was one that I played with a lot. And I was talking to my brother about this one. This is Nightwing, which is a really cool figure. And we think this is the first Nightwing figure ever, which is pretty cool. And you would think that it would be worth more than it is. But this Legends of Batman line, for whatever reason, just doesn't demand a lot, even in the box, which is weird. But I love them. I think they're cool, especially this figure. He's a very good, I remember from playing with it, he's a very good martial arts figure because of how his arms are posed and his legs. Like, you can put a leg up and he can do a really cool roundhouse kick. It's just, this was a fun figure to play with. Alright, next up we have my favorite of the lineup, which is Batman the Animated Series. Man, if you know me, you know how much I love Batman the Animated Series. And I love these figures so much. Catwoman. Dick Grayson, Robin. He transforms into Robin. You put this on over here, and this is his mask. It goes over his head, and you know, those cover his arms and stuff. And this one, I don't know if I ever had that one as a kid. But it's cool. I think all of these are super cool. Killer Croc. I know I never had this one as a kid. With Power Punch arm and Pet Crocodile. Super cool figure, man. Poison Ivy. With Snapping Venus Flytrap and Dart Weapon. Super cool figure. Mr. Freeze with Firing Ice Blaster. Since I've started selling in booths, this is like the fourth one of these I've had. This is an awesome figure, and I've been fortunate enough to get my hands on it a few times. Bane with Body Slam action and Venom Tube. This one's weird because, like all the other ones, the packaging is flat on it, and this one the packaging kind of like molds to him. It's kind of odd. Robin This is the main Robin figure of the toy line. Without the glider, he's just Robin, and he's normal and cool and everything you wanted your Robin figure to look like. Unfortunately, there's no combat belt Batman, which is obviously the normal Batman in this line. It's a very expensive figure in the box, but the guy said he had more that he would be bringing, so hopefully that's in there. And my first time seeing one of these in person, Mask of the Phantasm with chopping arm action. That's so freaking cool, dude. That box is cool. Ugh. So awesome. This is a Walmart exclusive collector's edition of X-Men and Spider-Man. It had civilian Wolverine and Peter Parker, and this is just the normal Wolverine figure. I have one of these loose for sale in my booth right now. This is just the normal Wolverine figure from the Toy Biz X-Men line, and I don't know if they ever sold the Peter Parker by himself. I wonder if Peter Parker was exclusive to this. I don't know. Probably not, but it would be cool if it was. But it's super cool because these Spider-Man figures come with these really cool pins, and they're not even like, they're clip-on pins. They're not like you can poke them into something and they stay forever. They're just little clip-ons, but they're cool. You might be able to make them into pins that you can actually pin onto something, but super cool to find that in the box after 30 years. And now what I feel is the prize of this collection is, because there's so many of them, the Spider-Man line from the animated series on Fox Kids. This is Web Racer Spider-Man. That's the only Spider-Man in the lot. But look at that super cool pin that he comes with. That's Venom. Oh man, that's super cool. With that glow in the dark. Oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. The Prowler with extending claws. My cousin had all of these Spider-Man action figures when I was a kid. He's a few years younger than me, and I would just go over to his house and just be amazed at his Spider-Man collection. Mysterio with mist squirting action. That pin's really cool. Carnage with weapon arms that snap on. That's a really good looking figure. It's super awesome. The box art. The box art is part of what makes these so freaking great. I remember this figure specifically from my childhood, playing with it at my cousin's house. Doctor Strange. Cyborg Spider-Man, that figure is so incredible. That was one of my favorite figures as a kid. Black Cat comes with a suitcase of gold. It's pretty cool. Oh, look at this. Venom with jaw chomping action. Look at that, man. Look at that art. I love how it looks like they're coming out. The yellow behind it looks like they're coming out of the city. That's so cool. Awesome, awesome figure. Venom 2, where he could be Eddie Brock. And then there's the head making Venom. Got a really cool Venom pin with it. You can see that. Not sure. I guess the chest just makes it. Chest piece just makes him have like oozy Venom pieces. If you can see the sides of it, like those things, you know, the tendrils. The Rhino. Loved that figure as a kid. That's a hefty figure. Black costume Spider-Man. Oh, I lied when I said there was only the one Spider-Man. I forgot about this one. But how could you forget about black costume Spider-Man? Because there's only so much awesomeness that your mind can compute at one time. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh my gosh. And then forgot one. Amazing Spider-Man line, which that's my favorite Spider-Man costume of all time. That figure in this line is awesome. Spider-Woman with Black Widow assault gear. I remember that figure from my playing with my cousin. Like I said, man, he had them all. And that's a good looking Spider-Woman figure. That whole line they look really good. They're really good looking figures. Alright, this is what I think is the best figure in the bunch. I didn't even know this existed. And I'm probably gonna wind up keeping it. But I don't know. But probably Maximum Carnage. Look at that, dude. Look at that box art. See, we got corner box art on the box art. Got box art for days. Got the Maximum Carnage pin. Got a little bio card, which I think a few of them had those. Maybe they all do. I don't know. I don't remember. Do they all have it? Yeah, they all got a little bio card, but this one I noticed it because it's like you can cut it out. But man, look at that. I remember playing that game. I never had the game, but one of my best friends in school had the game, and I'd go over there and play it on his SNES. You could play the game, read the comic, and play with the action figure. Man, the 90s were so freaking great. Alright, so there is my awesome action figure haul from the 90s. I hope you thought it was as awesome as I do. I think these figures are so freaking rad. Now I have to price them and figure out which ones I'm going to keep. Which ones should I keep? You let me know which ones you would keep. If you like this video, you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit the like and subscribe. You know, all that YouTube propaganda. And until next time, be excellent to each other. Take it easy.